Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. I'm so excited to be showing my good friend Matt Shrek for the very first time. Now going into this one, I do want you to know that Matt said he has seen bits and pieces of this movie in the past, but does not remember them for one thing because, you know, it's Matt, but not the movie in its entirety. Recently on Patreon, there was a poll for me and Jen to finish some movies that we had not finished off, like Mission Impossible, Jurassic World Dominion, and Shrek 4. So Jen and I will be doing that. And since Shrek is on my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm going over to Matt's today. Matt hasn't seen the first Shrek, so let's go ahead and do that one. Matt, what do you know about Shrek, and how are you feeling going into it?
Green guy, and I'm a donkey Shrek. That's all I know. I know Eddie Murphy was in it. It was way back. I saw bits and pieces of it. I can't even remember how long it's been. You know, when you get in your 30s, you actually start forgetting things. Like you forget certain portions of your life. I just know it was mega popular. That's about all I know.
Great intro commentary, Matt. But before we get into it, we can't forget the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day comes from when we all did Tommy Boy, or you and Jen showed me Tommy Boy for the first time. This comment says, Chris Farley was originally cast as the voice of Shrek.
I heard that.
And if you don't know, Matt is a really big Chris Farley fan. There's actually some test footage you can find online of like a really old looking Shrek model, as well as Chris Farley doing the voice or something.
And Farquaad said he'd give me my own swamp in exchange for the princess.
Thank you so much for that comment of the day. And if you want your comment featured in a comment of the day, leave us a comment down below. We'll check those out. Also, don't forget to check out Patreon. All of season 1 of Arcane is available over there, with the first episode being absolutely free. You can also watch the full-length reactions of season 1 of Fallout over there too. We're currently working on editing, getting up the YouTube edited down versions right now. But before we get into Shrek, we can't forget to thank today's interesting sponsor.
I have a feature-length documentary. It's my first film, and Holden, thanks for going through it with me and reviewing it. I've also written a book. This is all around the concept of getting fit on fast food. I know that people want to enjoy the food that they eat while also being able to lose weight. And we all know, eat chicken and broccoli and go on a walk and drink water. You've probably heard me say that, and that's how you lose weight. I know. I took 10 months to gain 50 pounds not eating fast food. And then I took 60 days to do nothing but eat fast food. I drew blood work, I did DEXA scans, I did everything. I interviewed doctors. I put my heart and soul into this thing. I made one of the portions of the book, the ebook version, only 99 cents for the first 48 hours it is published. The book should be available when this video is up. Go to getfitonfastfood.com. and that's where you can find it. Ultimately, the documentary plays to the book and the book plays to the documentary.
I have seen the documentary. I gave Matt a couple notes here and there, but it's incredibly well done. I think we filmed one segment of it together, but the vast majority of it is Matt's work. I helped very, very minimally, and it's honestly very, very good. It kept me entertained the entire time. And you know me, I love fast food, so I'm the target demographic for this.
There is a tiny little piece in this documentary that I thought was really funny, which is why I'm actually gifting something to Holden from the documentary, so you have to go check it out if you want to know what it's even about. Holden, you have won the battle. Holden, you have it forever. You won.
Thank you. I can't wait for you guys to know the reference when you watch the documentary.
We're laying it on kind of thick.
I know we are.
If you're still like, I don't know, if I've ever given you any value, or if you enjoy insulting me, just please, if I've ever done anything good for you, do me a solid and buy it for 99 cents.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Shrek.
I know this is after the holidays, but I saw on Instagram, congratulations on beating a child at a gingerbread house. I know that really makes you feel more manly, so good job.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. You actually gloated about it and said Holden wins.
If you don't know what he's referencing, we had a gingerbread house competition with me and the kids and Jen. And I posted a poll about the gingerbread houses for everyone on Instagram to vote on, but I left them anonymous so you didn't know whose they were, and mine won. And I was like, yes, I won. But when you put it in that context, you make it sound like I'm a real jerk.
Well, and to be fair, everybody's was garbage but yours. What happened to the missing roof?
Jen would prefer I not comment on that.
Okay, got it.
I also got this shirt for Christmas. I'm sure you're all wondering about that. This was a gift. And what was the first thing you said about it, Matt?
Stupid.
I was like, oh, my adopted daughter gave this to me. Thank you so much.
Well, you were like, hey, did you see my shirt? And I saw a spider, and I was like, you're always wearing that. And this is brand new.
No, I'll let her know that you're a real supporter.
You know, it's pretty cute knowing that it has sentimental value. And I actually like Spider-Man, so I think I'm just giving you
Let's
crap
just
to
start
give
the
it
movie, because this is one of those movies I watched a lot as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I had the VHS tape. In my old house, I had a little twin bed, and one of those old tube TVs with a little VCR thing that was like built into it. It was like 240p, you know?
Yeah.
And I had like a handful of VHS tapes. I would just watch like repeat. Shanghai Nights, Shrek, Zorro I watched a lot of.
Shanghai Night, that was Jackie Chan and
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I had, like, Tommy Boy was one of those for me. Watched it over and over and over. Oh, no,
Once upon a
Please shut up
time,
and
there
start
was a
it.
lovely princess. She was locked away in a castle, guarded by a terrible fire-breathing
Sorry,
dragon.
too much lore.
What universe are we in?
She waited in the dragon's keep for her true love and true love's first kiss.
Smash Mouth, baby.
Yeah, I unironically like this song. Oh, we used this song in one of our first videos. Yeah.
It's the cool place, and the shade gets colder.
So what is Shrek?
You'll see. I was about to say. They'll explain.
Cameron Diaz is in this?
She has a voice, yeah.
Huh. Who thinks of this? It's mega creative.
Let's get it. Oh, hold on. Do you know what that thing could do to you?
Now, ogres, they'll make a suit from your freshly peeled skin.
No! Back, please! Back! I warn ya! This is the part where you run away.
An ogre.
Ogre, yeah.
And stand!
What, is this Pixar?
No, DreamWorks.
Permian, I'll never be stubborn again. I can change. Please give me another chance.
Oh, shut up!
Oh, I'm a real boy.
5 shillings for the possessed toy.
Possessed toy.
What have we got?
Well, I've got a
itself, but
talking donkey. Go ahead, little fella. Talk, you boneheaded dog.
That's it. I've heard enough. Guards!
I can talk. I'd love to talk. Now, take it off.
Well.
That's right, fool. Now I'm a
right,
flying
fool.
talking donkey.
Okay, all right.
All right. Olive.
Ow, oh, God.
Get down, Olive. Get down.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yep, I'm bleeding.
They're rescues.
I am authorized to place you both under arrest and transport you to
Facebook?
a designated...
It was actually before Facebook, but it looks like it.
Really?
Yep.
You in what army?
Can I just tell you that you was really great back then, man? Those guards, they thought they was all of that.
Why don't you go celebrate your freedom with your own friends?
Hey, wait a minute, I got a great idea. I'll stick with you. You a mean green fighting machine. That was really scary. And then I ate some rotten berries. Man, I had some strong gases eking out of my butt that day. But you gotta have friends.
Stop singing!
Only a true friend would be that cruelly honest.
Listen, little donkey, take a look at me. What am I?
Really tall?
No! I'm an ogre. Doesn't that bother you?
Nope. You got that kind of I don't care what nobody thinks of me thing. I like that. I respect that, Shrek. I like that boulder. That is a nice
That is
boulder.
a nice boulder.
I guess you don't entertain much, do you?
Can I stay with you, please?
Of course.
Really?
No.
Please!
Okay, okay.
We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles. Outside is best, you know.
Here I go. Good night.
I thought I told you to stay outside.
I am outside.
It's a far cry from the farm, but what choice do we have?
Well, it's not home.
I found some cheese. Awful stuff.
3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. 3. It's the old kids thing. Snow White.
Oh, no. Dead broad off the table.
Dead broad.
What?
What do I have to do to get a little privacy? No!
Why are all these magical folks showing up?
Good question. It's part of this plot.
Ah,
But you just need to know that this is a universe, that they are there.
got it.
Not there!
We were forced to come here.
By who?
Lord Farquaad, he huffed and he puffed and he signed an eviction notice.
He huffed and he puffed.
I know where he is.
Does anyone else know where to find him? I'm gonna see this guy Farquaad right now and get you all off my land and back where you came from.
Is he torturing a gingerbread cookie?
Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Now tell me, where are the others?
Eat me!
Tell me, or I'll...
No, not the buttons! Not my gumdrop buttons!
All right then, who's hiding them?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
She's married to the Muffin Man.
I always thought that was the Pillsbury Doughboy that screamed that for some reason. I didn't know that's what it was from.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin
Oh,
Man?
okay.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Huh. That's right. Yeah, okay. You're doing a lot of like crossovers here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You were saying?
What I mean is, you're not a king yet. All you have to do is marry a princess. Bachelorette number 1 is a mentally abused shut-in from a kingdom far, far away. Bachelorette number 2 is a cape-wearing girl from the land of fancy. Although she lives with 7 other men, she's not easy. She's a loaded pistol who likes pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Princess Fiona!
Pick number 3, my lord.
Pick number 3.
Did he hold up too?
Yeah.
Princess Fiona. But I probably shouldn't mention the little thing that happens at night.
I'll do it.
Yes, but after sunset.
Silence! Captain, assemble your finest men. We're going to have a tournament.
I've always thought it was very impressive for these like cartoon movies that are made for children to appeal to adults. That way the adults aren't like losing their minds while they watch them. It's really cool.
You! Wait a second. Look, I'm not gonna eat you.
Oh, he's just freaked out because he's an ogre. Got it.
Jen and I were dying laughing at that part.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never understood when there's no line why people walk through the friggin' thing. Like I always just duck under it if there's no line.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Welcome to Duloc, such a perfect town. Please keep off on the grass, shine your shoes, wipe your face.
Is this supposed to, this like,
Wow.
this feels like Disney World or something.
Yeah, they're kind of making fun of Disney World.
Really? I know you'll find this tough to believe, but Disney World is something that I just couldn't care less if it burned to the ground.
I know that about you.
Yeah.
I like Disney World. I think I'm really more of a Universal guy, even though they claim all my videos. I do like the theme parks. I've done a few vlogs out there, actually.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Some of you may die.
Yeah, some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
He's holding up the applause sign.
What is that? Ugh, it's hideous.
It's just a donkey.
The one who kills the ogre will be named champion.
Can't we just settle this over a pint? Come on!
Good choice of music.
Yeah, it's good songs in this, huh?
I could see as a kid where this would be really, really fun.
Broke his neck.
Jesus.
You ever watch wrestling?
I could never get into it, to be honest.
I never watched it really either, but I saw that McMahon documentary on Netflix.
I haven't seen it. Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. When did this come out?
2001.
Yeah, so wrestling was it was much more popular then, you know.
I give you our champion.
I'm already on a quest. A quest to get my swamp back, where you dumped those fairy tale creatures.
Go on this quest for me, and I'll give you your swamp back.
What kind of quest?
Sounds like the government. I'll give you back what you own if you do this.
Oh, yeah.
us.
We were signing the paperwork for our house. They're like, if there's any valuable minerals on the land, it's the government's. If we ever need to expand any roadways or anything, you're going to have to leave. You'll take the value of the house that we deem it's valuable for.
For your information, there's a lot more to ogres than people think. Ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes. No.
Oh, they make you cry.
No. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers.
You don't like onions, do you?
No.
Me either. Jenna loves them.
Yeah, Jen loves onions.
Really? I've seen Jenna eat an onion like an apple.
Ew.
I know. What's the psycho?
Jen puts onions on everything.
Ugh.
Extra onions.
Jenna, same thing.
Ogres are not like cakes.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes.
Comment down below.
100%.
I agree.
Parfaits may be the most delicious thing on the whole damn planet.
How difficult would it be for you to make something like this?
Very. We did a little animated short about a year and a half ago called The Little Alien.
That was incredible.
But that was like 4 or 5 minutes of animation.
That was incredible.
It was expensive, even for that little bit.
And sure enough, you were like, oh, it's total crap. Everything I do is crap.
My baby was 2 months old. I had him do the voice of the little alien.
Sure, it's big enough, but look at the location. Oh, you can't tell me you're afraid of heights. Donkey, I'm right here beside you, okay?
Shrek, I'm looking down.
Yes, do it.
You're terrified,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I don't do
I'd pay a lot of money for you to skydive.
that. That's not gonna happen.
Cool. Here's a sensible response to an unfamiliar situation. 'Cause I sure as heck ain't no coward, I know that.
2 things. Shut up.
You handle the dragon, I'll handle the stairs. I wish I had a step right here, and now I'd step all over it.
But where's the
Dragon!
Donkey, look out!
Oh, what large teeth you have! I mean, white sparkling teeth. Of course you're a girl dragon, 'cause you're just reeking of feminine beauty.
He's just reeking of.
Man, I'd really love to stay, but I'm I'm an asthmatic, and I don't know if it'll work out. You know, be blowing smoke rings and stuff.
I'm an asthmatic.
So I don't know if it'll work out.
You're blowing smoke rings.
You blow smoke rings.
Wake up!
Should it not be a wonderful, romantic moment?
Sorry, lady. There's no time.
Wait! What are you doing? You could recite an epic poem for me. A ballad?
An epic poem?
Can I at least know the name of my champion?
Shrek.
I pray that you take this favor.
Thanks.
Didn't slay the dragon?
It's on my to-do list. Now, come on!
That's what all the other knights did.
Yeah, right before they burst into flame.
That's not the... What kind of knight are you?
One of a kind.
Yeah, I don't want to rush into a physical relationship. Magnitude. Hey, that is unwanted physical contact. I mean, we really should get to know each other first, as friends. No. Oh!
I think their fire looks pretty good in this movie.
I love that practicality in there.
Aww.
You rescued me. You're amazing. And thine heart is pure. You may remove your helmet, good Sir Knight.
I have helmet hair.
I would look upon the face of my rescuer.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Now remove your helmet.
Look, I really don't think this is a good idea.
Just take off the helmet. You're an ogre. This is all wrong.
Shrek.
You're not supposed to
He's
be an
gonna
ogre.
wreck her.
Wow.
She's
Talk about layers.
You coming, donkey?
Oh, yep, I'm right behind you. Okay, so here's another question. Say there's a woman that digs you, right? But you don't really like her that way. Now, how do you let...
Is he trying to get women advice?
Yeah, you're gonna love it there, princess. It's beautiful.
What's he like?
Well, let me put it this way, princess. Men of Farquaad's stature
Flops her
are
on the
in
ground.
short supply.
Never measure up to a great ruler like Lord Farquaad.
But I'll let you do the measuring when you see him tomorrow.
It'll take that long?
That'll take longer.
There's robbers in the woods. I need to find somewhere to camp now!
Jesus' tomb?
Now, I don't think this is fit for a princess.
No, it's perfect. It just needs a few homey touches. A door?
You want me to come in there and read you a bedtime story? Because I will.
I said goodnight!
Shrek, what are you doing? Oh, come on, I was just kidding. You know, Donkey, sometimes things are more than they appear. Forget it.
What we gonna do when we get out of swamp anyway? You know, when we through rescuing the princess.
There's no we. There's no our. And the first thing I'm gonna do is build a 10-foot wall around my land.
You cut me deep, Shrek.
Trump.
I know, I was waiting for you to say something.
Well, why don't you want to talk about it?
What?
Why are you blocking?
I'm not blocking.
You trying to keep out? Just tell me that, Shrek. Who?
Everyone, okay? It's the world that seems to have a problem with me. People take one look at me and go, ah, help, run! They judge me before they even know me. That's why I'm better off alone.
Ooh.
That's going, oh, this got bygone Jim moments in it.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere with this. I like it.
I didn't think you was just a big, stupid, ugly ogre.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think that humans naturally come by that, or do you think that's a learned trait?
What trait?
To judge a book by its cover.
Probably a little bit of life experience. Because Donkey is more of like a child mentality where there's a lot less of that.
Innocence in him.
Shrek's like, look at me, what do you see? And he's like, you're tall?
Yeah.
So I think prejudice in that degree is learned.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I guess I didn't even view it as prejudice, but you're right. I guess it is prejudice.
Like when I make fun of you for being short, that's a learned prejudice.
Yes. Yeah, correct. Wait, I'm the national average. What are you talking about?
Yeah, if you were in Japan.
Oh, my God.
Well, see, everybody, that's also a learned prejudice.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of prejudice.
No, I love Japan.
Oh, crap. Why? What?
He's just making fun of the like Snow White, like all the animals.
Okay.
He just gets killed.
That was really good because I immediately was like, oh God, here we go.
They haven't caught on yet. The movie makes fun of like all this stuff.
That's pretty good.
She's as nasty as you are.
You're not exactly what I expected.
Maybe you shouldn't judge people before you get to know them.
What the hell?
For I am your savior.
Beast. That's my princess. Go find your own.
Look, pal, I don't know who you think you are.
Please let me introduce myself.
Steal from the rich and give to the needy.
All right, Robin Hood got it.
He takes a wheat percentage.
Break it down.
I like an honest fight and a saucy little maid.
What he's basically saying is he likes to get paid.
The beast, it makes me awfully mad.
He's really mad.
To stop!
Man, that was annoying.
Okay.
Matrix. Yeah.
Wow.
Shall we?
So basically what you're saying is he likes to get paid.
Back there, that was amazing.
There's an arrow in your butt.
What?
This is all my fault. I'm so sorry.
Why, what's wrong? Hey, do this to me, Shrek. I'm too young for you to die. Keep your legs elevated. Turn your head and call.
Run into the woods and find me a blue flower with red thorns.
Blue flower, red thorn.
What are the flowers for?
For getting rid of Donkey.
What you're doing is the opposite of help.
What do you propose we do?
Hold on, Shrek, I'm coming.
What color does that look like to you?
Blue or purple.
Yep, you nailed it.
Which one is it?
It's blue, yeah.
Nothing happened.
Look, if you wanted to be alone, all you had to do was ask.
Just.
Hey, what's that? Is that blood?
Such an interesting phenomenon that some people pass out, the sight of blood.
Yeah, it's a term for it.
Yeah, I forget what the term is. My brother, he'll do it.
I actually struggle with it a little bit too.
Do you really?
Yeah, not intentionally. It's an unintentional thing. But it's only when I really haven't eaten enough. Or maybe it's like, because when I got like my tattoo and I've had to draw blood, I I can't.
I mean, it's a vasovagal response, but there's another term for it.
The sight of blood doesn't really do anything for me, but it's just like when it's like the needle going in my arm. Because blood doesn't really bother me.
Good.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Well, that next thing you know, you're on your back. Dead. You know, I'll make you some tea.
I got this twinge in my neck, and when I turn my head like this, look. Ow, see?
Who's hungry?
Oh, man, I can't feel my toes. I don't have any toes.
Well, this is delicious.
Maybe you can come visit me in the swamp sometime. I'll cook all kinds of stuff for you. Fish eye tartare, you name it.
Fish eye tartare.
I'd like that.
Whoa. She's trying to get that
Yeah.
green onion.
Yeah, I can't.
She's trying to peel back them layers.
I was wondering, are you gonna eat that?
I mean, he was just a monster compared to her.
Sunset? Oh no, it's very late.
What? You're afraid of the dark. But don't feel bad, princess. I used to be afraid of the dark, too. Hey, no, wait. I'm still afraid of the dark.
Good night.
Good night.
Now I really see what's going on here. I know that you two are digging on each other. I could feel it. Just go in there and tell her how you feel.
She's a princess, and I'm
an ogre?
Yeah.
Self-worth issues, got it.
It's also a caste system too. Royalty versus
Yeah.
not even a commoner, but like a monster.
Yeah. Wait, she's royal. Okay.
Yeah, she's a princess. That's why Lord Farquaad has to marry her so he can be king.
But if Shrek rails her, then doesn't
Wow.
he sort of get?
Whoa.
Doesn't he sort of get brought in?
I guess he could be
brought
king.
into the frame, yeah.
But if Shrek rails her, so vulgar.
Sorry, deflowers her.
Wow.
Whatever the hell you want to say. Is that not how it works? Princess, if you just unhinge your jaw for me real quick.
Wow.
No,
What the hell?
It's okay.
What?
It's me in this body.
What?
My God, you ate the princess! Breathe in!
No.
I'll get you out of there!
Is
What?
You're different.
I'm ugly, okay?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
It only happens when the sun goes down.
Huh.
When I was a little girl, a witch cast a spell on me. Every night I become this. That's why I have to marry Lord Farquaad tomorrow before the sun sets and he sees me.
Now look, it's not that bad. You're not that ugly. And what?
I ain't gonna lie, you ugly.
Shrek's ugly 24/7.
Shrek is 24/7 ugly. What an interesting spin on like the fairy tale deal.
Mm-hmm. And like beauty, you know. What
Yeah.
That means.
You're kind of an ogre, and Shrek, well, you got a lot in common.
Shrek?
Wow. That's really cool. I didn't see this coming. Like,
Neither did she.
Saw this flower and thought of you because it's pretty and don't really like it, but I thought you might like it because you're pretty. But I like you anyway.
But I like you anyway.
this is so interesting because I was really thinking that this was like she was like a temporary character because I remember this version of his girl.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't realize that they were the same or connected, so I was like, when is that homegirl gonna come into play?
To live happily ever after is to marry my true love. That's just how it has to be.
He obviously thinks that she's talking about him.
Yeah.
Well, you at least got to tell Shrek the truth.
No one must ever know.
All right, I won't tell him. But you should. I just know before this is over, I'm going to need a whole lot of serious therapy. Look at my eye twitching.
Did he break the fourth wall right there?
No, he was just like talking to himself.
I tell him. I tell him not. I tell him. Shrek! Shrek!
What a stupid deciding factor. Pulling up a leaves of a flower.
I heard enough last night.
You heard what I said?
Every word. Who could love a hideous, ugly beast?
But I thought that wouldn't matter to you.
Yeah, well, it does.
Oh, misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Right on time.
Well,
Princess?
they're in a perfect relationship. Their communication sucks.
What I miss? What's that? Could have been a donkey.
As promised. Now hand it over.
Very well, ogre.
My guy's got more of a female haircut than the female he's after.
Wow.
For I have never seen such a radiant beauty before. I'm Lord Farquaad.
Forgive me, my lord, for I was just saying a short...
You don't have to waste good manners on the ogre. It's not like it has feelings.
It doesn't.
Will you be the perfect bride for the perfect groom?
Lord Farquaad, I accept.
Oh, good lord.
For tomorrow we wed!
No! Why wait? Let's get married today.
Oh, anxious are we? There's so much to do. The guest list. Captain, round up some guests.
Shrek, what are you doing? You're letting her get away. I know you talked to her last night. You're great pals, aren't you?
Aw, his feelings are hurt.
Friends, why don't you follow her home? You're not coming home with me. I live alone.
Reverting to his old ways.
Yep, it's just reinforced his fear from the beginning.
Shutting it down, yeah.
I thought... Yeah, you know what? You thought wrong.
Really cool. A lot of underlying, underlying messages in this.
Yeah, like an onion.
I thought this was just going to be another stupid cartoon, so...
The baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah. We actually have to do that for copyright.
We did not discuss that beforehand.
Yeah, I can't play the song in its entirety.
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money. You gotta put that clip in a Family Guy. Playing the violin.
Give me money, give me money.
Okay. Going back for that fire.
No, Matt.
Dragon.
That's your half and this is my half.
Oh, your half.
I did half the work, I get half the booty.
Stubborn jackass.
Smelly ogre.
Fine.
I want to see Donkey fight back, like to defend himself, you know?
Well, he's trying.
Me. You are mean to me. Man, you don't appreciate anything that You're always pushing me around or pushing me away.
This is me talking to you.
How come you came back?
Because that's what friends do. They forgive each other.
Give me money, give me.
For stabbing me in the back.
You're so wrapped up in layers, onion boy. And all she ever do was like, maybe even love you.
She said I was ugly.
She wasn't talking about you. She was talking about somebody else.
Well, then who was she talking about? Look, I'm sorry.
Good on Donkey for not carrying the story, like saying what's not his place to say.
What did Fiona say about me?
What are you asking me for? Why don't you just go ask her?
That's cool.
We'll never make it in time.
And I have a way. Get all sloppy. No one likes to kiss ass.
He said no one likes to kiss that?
That's a surprising thing to say in a kid's movie. There's
I
a
agree.
few things like that.
Too bad witness.
Can we just skip ahead to the I do's?
Have some fun. If we need you, I'll whistle. How about that? Hey, Shrek, wait a minute. Look, speak now, forever hold your peace, and that's when you say, I object.
Wow, that's funny.
Look, you love this woman, don't you?
Yes.
Got to try a little tenderness.
When does this guy say the line?
We gotta check it out.
What do you say?
The whole town's in. Fletcher, he already said it.
Oh, for the love of Pete!
Oh, now what does he want?
I love it. The priest just shut the book and walked away.
Hey, everyone. Having a good time, are you? I love Duloc, first of all. Very clean.
What are you?
I love Duloc, first of all.
I need to talk to you.
Well, it's a little late for that.
Because he's just marrying you so he can be king. He's not your true love.
The ogre has fallen in love with the princess. An ogre and the princess.
Did they do that back in the day?
What?
Like for the king? Did they like hold signs up?
They're-
Or are they playing on like we're shooting a movie?
Yeah,
so
putting on
audience
shooting
laugh? Got it.
like a sitcom.
Yeah.
Fiona, my love, we're but a kiss away from our happily ever after. Now kiss me.
By night one way, by day another. I wanted to show you before.
But I thought this happened at night.
Yeah, the sun's going down behind her.
Oh, okay.
It's disgusting. Get them both. Marriage is binding, and that makes me king. Oh my word, Fiona! Stay relaxed. I'm king. I will have order.
I got a dragon here, and I'm not afraid to use it. I'm a donkey on the head.
Pretty sure that's a murder of a... actually, just a murder.
Go ahead, Shrek.
I was going to say of royalty.
Fiona, I love you.
Hey.
Really, really.
I love you too. Until you and true love's first kiss.
From Beauty and the Beast. They're making fun of when Beast is like turning.
Okay.
Like,
So now she's permanently an ogre, I guess?
Fiona?
But I don't understand. I'm supposed to be beautiful.
But you are beautiful.
See how she was going to turn back into her human form.
Yeah.
True love will take its true form.
That's cool. An onion.
Jeez.
God bless us, everyone.
People in the back.
I can't breathe. Just finished watching Shrek with Matt. Matt, I'm really curious to see how much you like this one. It seemed like when we were watching it that you were getting a kick out of it and you were enjoying some of the moments, but I know that you can be a very tough movie critic and sometimes you surprise me by what you don't like and by what you like. So I'd love to know your thoughts. What did you think of Shrek?
There was a lot of meaning in this one. I went into this thinking to myself, like, it's a cartoon. I wasn't thinking going into this like this is gonna suck, but I definitely went into it with more of a like, it's a cartoon, so maybe there's more to get away with, I don't know. I just didn't see so much meaning that was gonna come from this. Now, I understand that this has been done before, like Inside Out and all that, even though that came out way later. I get that you can put in a lot of messages and whatnot. I guess I was just surprised as to how much. I knew that this was a very humor-based movie, but that's pretty much all I knew about it. But the music was fantastic, like great song selections. I feel like you actually heard the music in the movie. Like, have you ever like seen trailers for a movie and they're playing an awesome song, but they only play it like during the credits?
Yeah.
But like they actually used it in great spots. The humor was fantastic. What I love about Pixar and everybody, and apparently DreamWorks, like, they make it work for the kids primarily, but the adults can have some fun too. What was it when they were walking into what they were making fun of was Disney World?
Yeah.
And they're like, the little characters are like, wipe our face. Yeah. Like, that was so good. Like the Robin Hood, they very much played him up like a very typical Frenchman. And then, and then when they were doing their little number and he was like, he likes to get paid. There were so many underlying messages, like Shrek and his self-worth. So relatable, I think, to real life. When people put themselves out there, they get hurt, so then they build this shell around themselves to protect themselves, and then the judgment that they have of themselves. The Onion, don't judge a book by its cover. Donkey's unconditional friendship, I think that was really cool to see. Like, Donkey, he defended himself a little bit, which I was glad to see. He wasn't a pushover, but he still was really unconditional all the way through. And that's a rare trait that I think, and I think a lot of people, there are a lot of people out there that have that, but it's definitely a more rare trait. I love that Donkey didn't spill the beans about Fiona. He didn't put himself in a place to talk where he shouldn't be talking. I think that's a very slept on trait for people, to keep your mouth shut when you should. And I think as a friend, that's probably even more difficult, because Holden, I love you, but if there was something going on, like that would be, like in your life, if there was something going on that I knew, it'd be very difficult for me to figure out, like, all right, well, if I just tell him, it will help his situation, but it's not my place to tell. That's a very slept on concept. I don't feel like that's talked about enough. It was very cool to see them take the underlying message of like a fairy tale and then flip it on its head. When she was singing in the forest and the bird exploded, like that was so well done. Like, just comedic timing was fantastic. They did a really, really good job with a lot of things. There's not much to complain about.
To your point, I also like how the whole don't judge a book by its cover. On the surface level, we're talking about Shrek. Shrek is this ugly ogre and nobody takes the time to get to know him. But they were actually doing the same thing to Fiona,
yeah,
which was frustrating for her.
Yeah.
Because they're, you know, she's like going out and like burping and farting and stuff too. She's like, maybe you shouldn't have, you know, thought that you knew me, that I was just this hoity-toity,
yep,
better than you, you know, nose in the air to you peasant type people, when I'm really not, you know, so you judged me in that case. So I think that that is a great lesson, not only for kids, but for adults, to kind of remind themselves to just be cautious about judging other people. Matt and I have a friendship very similar to that. Meaning Matt, my perspective of like gym rats, you know, is always like, they're all gonna be jerks. Like gym bros are not the kind of people. And then Matt's like one of the most selfless, kindest people you'll ever meet. And then I'm the nerdy guy, and I pretty much fit right in line with what that was.
No, you do not.
What that was. But that was a moment of reflection even for me of like, oh yeah, I guess I am being a little judgmental, you know, in that regard. It takes a level of self-awareness and I think humility to be like, what are my faults in thinking of other people, instead of being like, I would never do that. You have to be honest about where you're, you know, where you might have prejudice in your life, and that's a bitter pill to swallow, especially in our culture where it's like, if you think anything negative, you're this evil, horrible. Well, not necessarily. You just need to work on yourself a little bit, and I think that that's fair.
There's so much in here about your self-image, your self-worth, beauty, the standards of beauty. Like, she's the princess, she's, you know, like thin waist and, you know, just like that perfect look. Perfect is in the eye of the beholder, you know. So for Shrek, like, she was beautiful as an ogre. I don't know, that's just so cool. They hit on so many things. There was a lot of bygone Jim moments and themes in this that I just didn't see coming. I gotta give this a solid 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just, again, I went into this thinking like, it's a cartoon, it's gonna be comical, but there's not gonna be much underlying like lesson or bygone, like, I just didn't see it coming. And then to know they turned the classic fairy tale on its head makes me respect it even more, that it can laugh at itself. Like, it's well done.
When I did this movie with Jen, we rated it, but I don't remember the rating I gave it, but I'd give it 9 or above.
Again, one more plug for the book and documentary. The reason that I actually did this is because I felt like an imposter. I've never been overweight. I experienced what that's like, and I now understand what it's like to feel imprisoned in your own body. I made that book and this documentary to experience it. Go check it out. Even if you don't give a crap about me, I promise there's value in it. I worked my butt off. Just go look at it.
If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. Comment down below. We'd love to know your thoughts on Shrek and Matt checking out this movie. I don't know if we're gonna go into Shrek 2, 3 and on. Probably not. We're probably gonna be doing a couple other maybe solo movies, just because it's a little rare for us to be able to really meet up and do these in depth. If we ever get the chance, maybe we will go back, but that's the plan right now. But Jen and I will be finishing off with Shrek 4 soon. Make sure you subscribe so you can be notified the next time we post a My Friend Watches video. Don't forget to check out Matt's channel, his documentary, his book, all that great stuff. I have seen it all, and it is great. It is very, very high quality for sure. But for now, that is it. Matt and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video, everyone. Take care.